Yo, what's going on? This is your boy Gotti on Enviyon Radio, and today I got two special guests, and we talking about something very important for the culture, people. This is very important, and these people here are when I say um, ambassadors,
Yeah.
great people, artists, um, solutionists, entrepreneurs. We ain't gonna say entrepreneurs. We're gonna say entrepreneurs. We're gonna keep it all the way black here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And very interesting stories, and we're gonna get right into it. I want to introduce my boy DJ Mike E.
Yes. Thank you for
and
having me.
and also the beautiful
Lamekia.
Nicole. Okay, I told you I was going.
It's
You know,
okay.
but we go. Can I
Just
say
call,
Mika?
That's right. Just call
Okay,
me.
Mika. Okay, bet. So you guys are here for a big reason, and we want to get that story. I want to get the whole shebang. I got a lot of questions that I do want to ask,
Okay.
and just to get you guys' story. You know what I mean? Because I think the people really, they gotta hear this. They have to. So, just a little bit of backstory. We're gonna go from the past, the present, and we're gonna get to the future.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. So the opening question: where are you originally from, Mike?
I'm originally from Chicago. I was born at Michael Reese Hospital.
Okay.
Grew up on the west side for a couple of years. Then we moved out to Matson.
Okay.
So was raised pretty much in Matson. But yeah.
So, how can I say this? Growing up as a child, what did it look like in your household?
Mother and father. So I was one of the fortunate blessed ones. Mother and father. My dad worked for CTA for many years. Mom stayed home, and she worked later on. Once I got to like eighth grade near high school, and that was mainly because of my challenges. I was born with sickle cell anemia, and my older sister has sickle cell anemia as well. So I was always in and out the hospital. Like every 3 months, I'm in the hospital needing blood transfusions and stuff. So my mom pretty much stayed home with us because of that. But yeah, it was tough growing up. Yeah.
So, your story is definitely different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, from most.
Right.
And people can't even really kind of imagine or relate to some of the traumas that you've been through.
Right.
So, with that being said, with you DJing, producer,
Right.
artist,
Right. Dabble here.
Dabble.
Right.
How did you pick that up? How did you even pick that up, going about coming into that with some of your
Illnesses.
illnesses?
So we like most black youths, we were born in the church. So I really got interested in instruments there. It was a guy by the name. He's an entrepreneur as well, Brandon McGee. I would see him on the drums. I'm like, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. So I picked up drums and everything. But you know, like I say, with my challenges and stuff, because at first, let me just take it back. At first, I tried to do guitar. My dad wanted to start me on guitar. That was a little more challenging because at the time I was short. I was a shorty. So my fingers and stuff, you know, I couldn't really get the fingering down with the guitars and stuff. But I like the drums, so yeah, he transitioned me to drums and stuff. He put me in lessons. But like I say, with that, he sort of made it like he wanted to make sure that we practice all the time. So he almost made it like a chore, like Joe Jackson. Like
he was on you.
Like, Dad, I want to go hoop. You want to hoop? All right, give me 2 hours on the drums. I'm like, oh, come on. But yeah. So I mean, but I thank him for that, because that's what turned me into the type of, you know, musician I am today.
Yes.
You know, that to fall back on that. But the transition with the illness part, like I say, because at school I tried to do band, I tried to do sports, but I was always sick. Like I remember I made the soccer team, and I made the basketball team, but I made the soccer team. I was so geeked, like yes, I'm on the soccer team and everything like that. I wound up getting sick and missed the whole season. So So you know, it was tough trying to do that and trying to feel my way. And I was big on hip hop too.
Yeah.
So I was trying to feel my way, and it didn't take me till like years later when I was an adult to figure out, you know, how I can manage, you know, my illness with doing music and stuff like that.
tell me about some of them times to what we don't see either on the internet, what you portray, what you show.
Oh,
Tell me
man.
about some of them down times, man, to where it was just like you weren't able to do to your capacity,
Man.
Like,
I'll tell you one story. So this is on my social media. This is on Instagram. 2 years ago, 2018, I had a stem cell transplant at the University of Illinois in Chicago.
we was gonna get into that.
Right.
Definitely
But
gonna
well. So I'm just I'm not gonna tell the whole story then, so you could follow with it. But I got there, and it's a big thing. They're trying to make sure you're mentally okay. They want to make sure you're not down, because I was in the hospital for a minute. But anyway, long story short, I got my laptop, got my audio interface, got my mic. I turned the whole hospital room into my own personal studio, and I made about a good 30 beats there, and recorded mixed my whole one of my artists' album he got out. So
the whole time
while
you was
whole time on chemo. I was on chemo radiation. Okay, go down there, come up, cook a beat up, engineer, mix some tracks. Hey, you got some tracks you need mixed? All right, cool. Mix it, master it, send it out. Like that. That's just me. Like even on my because music. I'll say this: music is really what got me through. In my family, my wife, my kids, for the earlier parts, but through my whole life, I could always turn to music, whether it was listening to Jay-Z or Kanye or hip hop or anything like that. Music is really got me through the dark spots. So that's what I turn to. Like if I'm sick, if I'm down, if I'm depressed, all right, let me just go hop on the computer.
It feeds the soul.
Yeah, it do.
It give you something different. It give you type of motivation.
Yeah. It keeps me going. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Now, Mika.
Yes.
West Side. West Side.
West Side.
Tell me, give me a little bit of backstory about you and your upbringing. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. So I was born and raised on the West Side.
Hey.
Right up the street from the Village. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Village.
Is that close by MacArthur?
No, it's not. I'm actually I'm right off of Roosevelt and Ashland.
Okay.
So some people say it's West Side.
Yeah, I know exactly where you are.
It's like, but it was the West Side. Okay. So my mom was raised by my mom. I had to grow up a little bit early because my mom was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 11. So I started driving her to chemo. She was in stage 4. And I started driving her to chemo, and that's how I learned how to drive. So I'm one of the best women drivers you're going to ever meet because I've been driving a very long time. But I was taking her back and forth to chemo. I did not know my dad. My dad, actually, he and I have a wonderful relationship now, but growing up, he wasn't around, and he was married, and she didn't know that he had a child. This was before marriage. They were young.
Yeah.
So she didn't know, so I would see him sometimes here and there, and that's just a little bit of background about me. But I'm an only child.
Okay.
I don't have any siblings.
Me too.
Really?
Only child.
Okay.
Only child.
So that means you
spoiled.
spoiled.
I was about to say
we spoiled. Yeah.
Yes.
We gotta have it our way. It gotta be this.
You know what? And it's a problem in a marriage too when you're an only child, especially when you married somebody who have a lot of siblings.
Tell me about it. We
that's
another.
I'll come back again later.
We're gonna have to. Now, something that stuck out to me, you know what I'm saying, what I did pick up and did what I did see, and I never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
The African American League of Professionals.
Yes.
Give me some insight on that.
So my background is in banking. I started out when I graduated from high school. I went to Clark for a small amount of time, and then I ended up coming back because when I got there, being the only child to a pastor, I got there and was like, woo! It was like Party City. And so it was a bit much, so I ended up coming back home and finishing school here.
You got a little wild.
I did.
You got a little wild.
Yes, I did.
Clark Atlanta. Ain't nobody gonna see that.
So I graduated, and I graduated high school, and then I started into banking. I was a teller. And from there, I worked my way up in banking. I managed multi-million-dollar accounts and large corporations. And from there, I was a part of the African American League of Professionals. So it's just a bunch of really influential Black people who came together just to make a difference in the community.
Mm-hmm. So you connected.
You know what? I don't know. People say I'm the plug, but you know.
You the plug. Don't be modest on here, okay?
Yeah, hey, I don't know.
Now, 2018.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's a big year.
Yeah.
That's an amazing year for you.
Yeah.
Smile.
So how it started was 2018. I had sickle cell, and when did Prodigy die? I think it was like 17 or 18.
I might be 18.
I think it was 18. So because that was the whole start of it. Because as you know, Prodigy had sickle cell, and I'm a huge hip hop fan. I love Prodigy, and he passed. He was like 42. And so I started thinking, like, man, that's only about like 11 years for me, like to be his age, like that's 11 years. So I had talked to my doctor. They wanted to give me. They were saying, well, we got this treatment, stem cell. Actually, before then, they wanted to do a stem cell and bone marrow way back in the day. But my brother, who happened to be the donor, he was in the military, so trying to get shots and vaccinations and screening and stuff like that, it was just difficult. So 2018. My brother was done with the military. Then Prodigy passed, and I was like, you know what? I think it may be time. So we talked it over to doctors, and they sent me through the whole screening process. They checked everything, man. I went through like so many MRIs and CAT scans because they wanted to make sure all your organs and stuff is okay. Because they want to make sure that once you have a stem cell, there's no underlying illness, because they want you to be better. They don't want you to be worse afterwards. So we set it up. So May I was supposed to get my stem cell. And I kid you not, a month before, the month to the date that I was supposed to have my stem cell, I had a real bad sickle cell crisis. So I was in the hospital on morphine drip. Not even the shots. They said, here's a pump. Anytime you have pain,
Wow.
So I was there for about a good 3 weeks in the hospital with bad sickle cell crisis. So I had hip surgery. I had gallbladder removed. I had a stroke when I was 6. So just thinking through all that, I've been through a lot, man. So just thinking through all that, I'm like, you know what? I got kids. I got my business going because I finalized the LLC. So I actually got artists I'm working with. And I got too much going on to just not to miss this opportunity. So 2018 they set it up. May 25th I got admitted to the hospital. June 1st is when I got my actual dose of stem cells. And so my birthday is June 19th. I'm a Gemini, so I'm in a hospital.
Lord Jesus, Gemini.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kanye. But yeah. So I'm in a hospital for my birthday, man. It was a lot going on, and then a week before, I feel like I'm backtracking a little bit, but a week before I was due to be admitted in, one of my bestest friends who actually got me into music. Like I met him at
shout him out. Shout
out AF Quattro. But here's the reason why. I met him at the Art Institute, and my homie's Kels Cash. Y'all follow him on Instagram too, Kels Cash. So he got me into music. He was a rapper. He's like, I need a manager. You seem like you got a good business mindset. You seem like you know what you're doing. I need a manager. I'm like, okay. So he got me back into music because I had to take a little step back, especially when I got married and had kids. I'm like, well, I gotta do the man thing, the family thing. Have a job and do that. So he got me into it. I was managing, promoting him, and like I said, a week before, he wound up getting a motorcycle accident. He passed away. So, I use that as motivation. Like, okay, I got so much going on, so much to live for. I'm like, if anything, I got to make it right for him. I got to finish what we started. He brought me into this. He got me into my whole, helped me get my label, helped me get my artists and stuff that I work with. So I'm like, I got to do this for him.
Different type of purpose.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the thing with me. Like, everything I do, I try to have a plan and purpose for it. Like, I just don't go, throw darts in the dark. I try to have a purpose. So, like I say, 2018, June 1st, I got my stem cell. June 19th, I'm in the hospital for my birthday. And then I was released like in July or something like that from the hospital. So about a couple months I was in the hospital. And yeah. Ever since then, so far no more sickle cell.
Hey.
So I'm healthy
Clap
now.
That up. Clap that. Give him a clap. Come on now.
Yeah. So it was a lot going on mentally for me. I would say it was more of a mental struggle than physical. Even though I had that, went through the stem cell. Like I said, I had to have chemo. They put you on chemo. They put you on radiation before you get that. It was more of a mental thing for me. It was like I had to do this. It was like a mental hurdle because I was one thing they do is you have to walk around and get your blood flowing, circulate. If you just lay in the bed, that sort of lowers your blood counts. So I'm walking around the hospital and I'm seeing people like in worse of shape than me. You know what I'm saying? One guy was in there for six months. He couldn't go home. Now I'm energetic. I'm feeling like I'm healthy. They're like, no, just take it slow. I'm like, wow. I'm like, you know what? It's a bigger reason for this. It's a bigger purpose, bigger cause. And so I'm like, I got to get through this. So yeah. So 2018, I got through that. So far good. But yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Definitely
thank
congratulations.
You.
So with you being what you've been through, and you know a lot of people don't come back from this disease.
Right.
A lot of people are still suffering from this. What does that do to your mental, and also what does that do to your faith?
Well, that's why we're here, you know. So swab to save lives.
Hey.
So that's why we're here, because one thing that people don't know about is that although sickle cell is a very horrible disease, you know, a lot of crises. It does a lot to the family as well. It's not just the individual; it affects the whole family. Like my brothers and siblings, they went through a lot. Just trying to be there for me mentally. Obviously, my parents went through a lot financially. So did my wife. For a while, she had to be the breadwinner, you know, because I was in and out the hospital sick and stuff like that. So it does a lot. So, but the good news is that sickle cell now is a curable disease. Oh yes, okay. I'm living testament.
Yes, you are.
I'm living testament. So it's a curable disease. So what that did to me mentally is like it refocused me and let me know it's not about me. It's a bigger purpose. Like I say with faith, because I am a Christian. You know, Jesus came to earth not for himself but for everyone else, to help other people. And that's how I feel like my life is. My life is.
Do we have an organ in here?
Right.
Back him up right now.
You know,
I wish I had some sounds. I wish I had some sounds. Don't worry about
it. But yeah, so I look at that. I'm like, you know what? My life isn't for me. It's to help others. You know, you go through stuff so you can bring other people out of it. You know what I'm saying?
But that's kind of like, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's kind of from what I'm experiencing in my life. That's kind of what life is really kind of about.
Yeah.
Helping others.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Fulfillment of helping others to get other people in position.
Exactly.
And that's how you receive more of your blessings.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So like I say, so I went through, and one thing I say, I would never, looking back with sickle cell, I wouldn't want to change anything about it. I know that's weird, because it made me the person I am today. It gave me the hunger, the desire, and the faith. Like I say, I've been through so much with sickle cell. Like I had a stroke at 6. You know, to overcome stuff like that, I feel like there's nothing in this world that I can't overcome. You know what I'm saying? There's no challenge you can throw at me that's going to knock me down. I'm like, all right, I got this, you know? So that's how that affected my faith and my mindset. And that's why, like I said, that's why I'm trying to help bring awareness and make sure that other people know, like, hey, you know, I know you're dealing with this. You got sickle cell or maybe even cancer, because they got nice treatments for cancer now. You know, we can get these people saved and cured so they can have a normal life now.
And it's, like I said, this is very important for the culture, because we see older family members go through this, and it becomes a shock to us. Like, damn, I don't know how to deal with this. We mourn and things like that, and then we find out later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We find out later. So it's good to have this information now to go to now to
because my parents didn't even know they had. My dad was in the Navy. He fought in Vietnam. Yes, he didn't even know he had the trait.
Wow.
Okay. Now this is a question that I did have. We didn't know. We don't know as people that it's actually in our bloodline.
Right.
Break that down for me.
Yeah. So both my parents wound up having a trait. Okay. And that's how I got sickle cell. Me and my older sister, we both got sickle cell disease. My younger brother under me, he has the trait, and my youngest brother, who donated to me his stem cells, he was fortunate enough to not have nothing. So he's completely normal. He didn't have any signs of trait or anything, so which is why he was a good match. But yeah, a lot of people, especially like the older people, you know, I don't think they really started screening for it until like the early 2000s. Because I remember, when my son was born, there was one thing they screened for. I'm like, oh wow, you got this back in 2007. I'm like, oh wow, you got screened for this. Like, yeah, we screened for it now.
Does he have the trait?
He has a trait. All 3 of my kids do have the trait. But you know, they've been good. And one thing about the trait too is that you still can have crises. It's just not as severe as the sickle cell anemia disease. Okay. But you still can have crises. You still can have some of the elements. Wow. So yeah, most people don't even know that. So like I say, it's good to go get screened, and especially, like I'll say this too, if you're dating and plan on getting married, as a couple, you know, you guys go get screened together, because you need to know, right?
These are steps we miss.
Yeah, exactly.
As people, these are steps we miss.
They don't tell. And like I say, one thing, because it affects the Black community, you know they don't give us all the information up front anyway. We got to go searching ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of us don't know.
Read. Yeah.
We don't know because we don't read.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to push that, and I could be a testament to that. I don't read, but I do know, like people like you that have the information, which give me a little bit of intel, which makes me want to go read. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. Always do your homework, research it, and that's another thing about me. Like if I'm not producing or doing something, I'm constantly like learning, educating myself, reading, researching, because I feel like that's how you get where you need to be in life. You know. But yeah. And then so another thing, because Lamekia was telling me the stats is like she said like what?
So
how many?
Which stats are you talking about?
Just the screening, finding donors and screening.
The chance of finding a match, well, for African Americans, for finding a cure is only 23% compared to white or Caucasian at 77%. So we have a less likely chance of finding a match. Why? Because a lot of us don't donate. We won't even swab to see if we match someone. And then we just don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know that by just swabbing our cheeks and seeing if we match someone that's on the registry, we can actually save a life.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? You really y'all making me feel good that I get this information, which makes me want to go help.
Right.
Y'all making me feel bad because I don't know the information and I should have been helped.
Well, see, now you know.
But now I know.
Now
I know. Now, speaking of matches, be the match.
Yes.
I'm gonna break down something. For thousands of people diagnosed every year with life-threatening blood cancer and leukemia and I don't want to butcher that word. Lymphoma. Right. Lymphoma cure exists. Over the past 30 years, Be the Match, operated by the National Marrow Donor Program, has managed the largest, when I say largest, and most diverse marrow registry in the world.
That's right.
They work every day to save lives through transplant.
That's right.
Yep.
How did y'all get into that?
So, going back to banking, I ended up quitting my 9-to-5 in banking, and then I started business for myself, but it wasn't fulfilling anything. You know, I was making good money, and I still do because I have my own business, but I wanted to give back. I wanted to, you know, it wasn't enough. So because my mom had cancer, my passion is for cancer, and then I was a former youth homeless. We were homeless in my youth, so I have a passion for youth. And so I learned about the Be the Match, and so I started working with Be the Match because I wanted us as African Americans to know that there is a cure, and I wanted to get the word out. So, you know, right now, a lot of us don't know, and that's why I'm here. It's not a lot of us that are out here that's spreading the word and to letting the African American community know that you can be cured from a blood cancer, from sickle cell. You can actually be cured and live a long life.
It's a fact. Now, you mentioned homeless, and I did understand. I did read that. Do you still have a disciplined mindset that you carry with you because you were homeless back then?
Absolutely. You know, when I see people on the street, a lot of times you don't want to give to them. I always give. I try to, like he said, read, and you know, we didn't know about stocks and making money and saving money back then. So now I try to apply that to my life now to give my children a hand that I did not have as a youth.
What was that moment like when you said, "I'm walking away from this 9-to-5"?
It was hard.
I'm gonna push this. I love the youth. I want to give to the youth. I'm gonna step away from here. Sacrifice. Big word. Sacrifice.
It was.
And just say, you know what? I'm gonna cater to these kids.
I was making good money, but I was not happy. Like, you know, giving back to the youth, working in this field, it makes me happy. I can do it for free. And that makes a difference. I love it. And when you love to do something, it's just you.
Yes, you will.
You know. so that was that moment when I was like, you know what, this is not for me. I want to live life and be happy. I want to do something that makes me happy, and this is how I got into this field.
Why? How much fulfillment out of life are you getting on your everyday?
Wow. Oh,
because the disease and you doing interviews like this, speaking on it.
Right.
It was days you couldn't.
Yeah.
So what type of every day? Because I know you just like you said, I'm gonna speak this word regardless.
Right. So that's a tough question because one thing about me is that I'm never satisfied. I feel like there's always something more. You know, I mean, sometimes you get complacent, but I always feel like I could be doing something more. Try not to overwhelm myself, but I always try to look to a bigger picture. So, that's a tough one. But like I say, what gives me the most fulfillment is that knowing that if I can just reach one person, you know, that's all that matters. You know, if I can get at least one person, then I feel like I've done my job. But I'm always looking to add more, to do more. So fulfilling, I feel like I'm not fulfilled at all, to be honest with you. You know, so I'm always looking to achieve. I'm just blessed. I'll say this: I'm blessed and I'm grateful, but don't feel like I'm fulfilled yet.
Do you think your struggles, like you said, it does impact the family? Do you think your struggles and your faith and how strong you are bleeds into your children?
Oh,
and some of the morals and the things that you teach them?
Yeah. So yeah, and like I say, that you know, families had struggles too. You know, it's not been all easy, but it's been struggles too, especially like I say with dealing with sickle cell plus trying to run a business, especially in the music industry.
Yes.
A lot of time away from home, a lot of you know, attention that needs to be done to it. So but yeah, the kids, they, you know, I try not to show my emotions too much to them. I try to let them see the good side. I don't try to hide anything. Like I talk about everything. But
I was about to say that's kind of a bad thing because sometimes.
Well, I talk to them. So when they ask questions, I talk to them. But one thing my kids get from me is that they like trying stuff. You know, they like, you know, they're very ambitious like me. You know, they're very cheerful and joyful.
Adventurous.
And upbeat, adventurous. So that part they get from me because, you know, life is hard, man. I'm not gonna act like life is hard. You know, you see me, I'm always smiling, I'm a cheerful guy. I mean, I be going through some stuff too, but you know, it's the moments that you look at like, okay, you know, yeah, I'm going through this, but I'm trying to get here. This is just an obstacle. I'm trying to get here, so that keeps me motivated, keeps me hopeful, and that's what my kids have. You know, they're very upbeat, they're very cheerful, and they're very, like, say, adventurous. So that's what they get from me.
To both of you, what are some of your fears?
You know, to be honest, I'm afraid of death. I am afraid to die, and not be living right, and not be, you know, fulfilled. My life dreams fulfilled. Not getting to where I know I should be. You know, being cut short.
Being cut short, and not be able to make the goal.
Yeah. What about you? I was going to say the same thing because I got so much I'm trying to do, I'm trying to accomplish. Like, for instance, that's my nephew that just came in to support.
Okay.
He's an artist as well.
Shout him out.
Young
Give him
Taz.
up.
Young Taz, he's an artist as well.
Hey.
Y'all check him out on IG.
Yes, sir.
He got some new music coming out as well. Yeah, his album was actually the album I engineered and mixed while I was in
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, was it OWTV? OWTV. So y'all go check it out.
Y'all check that out.
Y'all check it out. But so my biggest fear, like I say, is pretty much like Lamekia said, not accomplishing. Like you know, I've been at death door a lot of times, so I'm not too really afraid of death. My biggest fear is, like, if I was to leave here, you know, I want to make sure that I leave something for the family. I want to make sure, not just a legacy, like how Nipsey did. You know, I want to leave a business. I want to leave stocks and bonds. I want to make sure that my family is straight when I'm gone. So that's my biggest fear, is that, you know, not.
That's part of the legacy.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, so that's my biggest fear is making sure, you know, my family have everything before I go, and then also losing my family. Like I say, it was some troubles. You know, we had some troubles we had in the marriage and everything, and that was my biggest fear, losing my wife.
Marriage is not easy.
It's not, but I was
tell me about it. I will
say that, yeah, but
there is some sunshine. It's some benefits of being married. It's a beautiful thing, don't think it's gonna be an easy task.
Yeah.
But also, one thing I did learn about marriage also is whatever you make it.
That's right.
It's whatever you make it, and also it's nothing but work.
Yeah.
So on top of your schedule, everything that you got going on, everything that you're going through, you got to put time extra work into that too.
Make sure wifey is taken care of.
Woo!
Yeah. So that's one of my fears too is losing my wife. Like I said, in the process of gaining everything, the reason why I'm doing all this is because I want to have somebody to share it with. I don't want if it's just up to me. I'm cool with a PlayStation and a TV, some Wi-Fi. That's all I need in life.
What you play on PlayStation?
Oh man, 2K, Call of Duty, of course, Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
So Madden.
You online?
I'm online. Y'all can follow. Like I said,
you online? If you ain't online, I don't know what you're doing.
Follow me everywhere. That tag is DJMIC_EZ. That's all social media.
But are you good though? That's the question.
Oh man, follow me online. Like
if you ain't ranked, my brother, I don't know what we talking.
Period.
You can get me on PlayStation Network and Xbox. You get on both consoles. But yeah. That's like I said, I'm doing this for my family. So my biggest fear, like I said, is not making sure they don't making sure they have everything. Or my biggest fear, I should say, is if I was to leave and they don't have what they need. And like I also say, like if something happened to my wife,
If I could speak to both of you, you guys' spouse, how would they describe you? How would they describe you guys as in 2 words? How would they describe you in 2 words?
You go first.
Oh wow!
This is the part that I love here.
Wow!
This is why we get in deep.
And we posting this too, right?
Yes, we are.
So in two words, how would my wife describe me? She would describe me as hard worker. I would say hard worker. Because like I say, the effort I put into everything. With the kids, with the household. I'm one of the guys that cook and clean, and I do my daughter's hair. Cook, clean.
Hey, hitter. We're gonna edit that out. I don't want to see none of that.
You cook and clean?
He too good.
I cook, I clean, I even do the girls' hair. I know how to do the girls' hair. Yeah. So and I do my son hair as well. But yeah. So it's just like even today, leaving here, making sure the dog's straight, making sure everything's done. Like, okay, you good? Okay, I'm about to head out. So that's me, hard worker, just making sure everybody's straight. Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. So it's hard working and
hard working and ambitious. Like I'm always ambitious, or entrepreneur, one or the two. Because I'm very like business savvy. Like I can tell you things about some, like say with finances, stocks, ETFs, real estate. I'm into all that. So that's me. Yeah.
My husband would say solutionist. He would say creative.
There you go.
I say that to say the reason why I ask that is because I don't want you guys to ever forget, and this is what I learned, why they love you.
Wow, that's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want you
I
to
got to snap on that.
Come on now, you feel me?
Exactly.
You feel me?
That's good.
I'm going through therapy. Okay, I'm going.
Therapy
right
is a good
You
thing.
ain't lying.
Yeah.
I'm going through therapy, so
Okay.
I'm learning some things. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I just don't. When I ask people that, or even when I have to remind myself that, and ask my wife certain things, because sometimes we get so busy, we don't get caught up, and we get caught up in life.
Yeah.
We forget some of the stages
Right.
of why we even chose that person.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ask that question so you can go back and be like, well, yeah, that's why they love me. That's why they chose me. You know what I mean? So even with you say losing your wife, she ain't going nowhere.
Especially you cooking, cleaning, doing
You know what I'm saying?
hair.
You are you, brother.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, something that you guys did say earlier, the vaccine. Are you guys taking it?
You know what? I was against it, and I'm a naturalist person. I see a herbalist. I don't believe in medicine and all that kind of stuff. But after researching. I'm actually supposed to be taking the vaccine on Tuesday, and I chose the Johnson and Johnson, the one shot, simply because the ingredients is different from the rest of them. The ingredients for the Johnson and Johnson is something like we've all been exposed to in regular vaccines. It does not have that new technology in it. So,
but the Johnson and Johnson one, isn't that the it gives you a lesser percentage, right?
So,
like 86.
Yeah, it is 86, but 100%. If you get the, I call it the Rona. If you get the Rona, it's 100% safe from keeping you out of the hospital and death.
Okay.
That's bigger than the other two.
Okay.
So for me, this goes back to my stem cell. One thing that they did through the screening, because they asked you questions, is they asked, are you an anti-vaxxer? Because unfortunately, like I say, with the stem cells and the chemo and the radiation, they have to completely wipe out your immune system because they don't want your body to build up antibodies and fight off your donor stem cells, which can be, fatal.
Right.
So one thing they said was like, I have to get all my like out with you have kids, the babies, I have to get all my vaccines over. So with that being said, since I had to get vaccinated to have my stem cell, I'm not too, afraid of vaccines. So I will be getting vaccine, because of my medical history. And I think other people should look into it, look at it, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I get people concerns, but if it's to help out, once again, not just you, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to say.
You don't, because you can get it and be totally fine, but you can give it to your cousin, your auntie, your grandma, and they in ICU, so it's not about you per se, it's about your family.
That's right.
So if you're one of the ones who aren't scared of vaccines or you're okay with it, then I say, go ahead and get it. If you're ones that's scared of it, talk it over your doctor, research, get the information, do some reading, because at the end of the day, me personally, just from my experience, the disease and the illnesses from what the vaccine is supposed to protect against are way worse than the vaccines itself. But everybody's different. Everybody has their rights. But me personally, I think it's a good idea. Just do your research.
But you know what? Us as African Americans,
and I just knowing
the health field that I'm in, and that's why I have to get it anyway, because I'm in the health field. But just knowing we have trust issues. That's what I'm saying.
It's frowned upon just a little bit because of the other vaccines that they tell us to get, the flu shot, things like that.
And then just the Tuskegee experiment back in the day. It's just always been something
skeptical.
And so we have trust issues, and it's hard for people like me who's trying to build awareness in the community to get the word out there. So you have to build trust in the African American community before you even start saying take a vaccine.
Right.
And it need to be some doctors. I work with a lot of doctors, and they go around and they do the vaccine in different places. And, you can come and ask questions if you want to ask questions, and if you want it, you can get it. If not, then you don't have to. I have a grandmother who's almost 90. And, I want to be around her. I want to hug her and kiss her and stuff. So if it means me getting a vaccine just so I can be around her, then, hey, I do it.
Yeah, and I get that. And that's what I'm saying. That's why it takes people, like me, or people that we know, the people in the community that we know, to be those voices. Because, if you just, watch these politicians on TV, of course, you're like, oh, of course they want us to get it. You know what I'm saying? They have it's something in it for them, whether it's voters or money or whatever for the economy. It's something in it for them, but that's why they need people like us to say, okay, it might be a good idea. Like I say, I am scheduled to get it, but I will say this: do your research first, because there are some things you might not know you have an allergy to certain things. That's why you need to know what's in it, because you could be allergic to it as well. So that's like always do your research. I would never advocate for just go out there like, okay, I'm a schedule, just go get it. No, do your research first. Read about it, talk to some professionals, talk to your doctor, and then if you think it's good for you, then go ahead and do it. So,
Yep. 2 more questions before we get up out of here.
Okay.
Do you think you found your purpose?
I think that I am 80% in my purpose. I would like to do more with youth. One day I'm gonna open up a really dope transitional housing for young adults and women, young girls who are homeless. That's one of my goals. And then once I do that, I think I can answer and say yes.
Are you far as with building that?
Yeah, so I have a nonprofit. I work with, I mentor a lot of young ladies.
Shout that out. Shout that out.
Yeah, shout out to Rachel, who was in the new Coming to America, one of my mentees.
Hey.
She was in it. Hey, Ray. But I am really close. I'm looking for property to actually open one up. So
okay,
that's my goal.
What about you, bro?
So purpose, I feel like I haven't like I feel like I'm on the right track, but I'm not there. I know I found my calling. Okay. And for instance, like I said, we come in the studio and they got my beats playing in the headphones.
Yeah.
So it's been because I haven't had that family support much with the music industry and career. So just coming into random places like, oh, okay, that lets me know, and people hearing my stuff like, oh, we liking and stuff and getting connected. That lets me know that this is my calling, because throughout life, I done had jobs, I done tried other things, and all those doors shut. The only thing that's open is everything that's opening up is music. So I know this is my calling. So my purpose, I feel like using that to help other people. So that's what I feel like my purpose is, really to like help people. And one thing I want to do is, and I was telling Lamekia and Be the Match, is I want to do a concert blood drive or swabbing event. So you know how you go, you buy pay for a ticket for a concert.
Yeah,
I think it'll be dope. Like, okay, if you come donate blood or get swabbed and time to the registry, that's your free ticket. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to donate, you can donate. So that's something I want to do. Some way to intertwine music with actually saving lives. Mm-hmm. So that's my purpose is to do stuff like that.
So like swab. I was about to say,
yeah, you got a host. I'm here, baby.
Yeah.
If you need me, I'm here.
Hey,
I'm putting my bid into it.
Listen, you're hired. Yes,
I'm hired. Set it up.
That's what
there
I'm
we
talking.
go. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's my purpose is to help out the community.
And to piggyback on that, when people swab, it's only a 1 in 430 likelihood of matching someone on the registry.
Say that one time for people in the back.
So 1 in 430 people actually match someone on the registry, which is why it's very important to get as many people as possible just to swab and see if you match. Yeah. That's all you got to do is nothing's on the swab. You open it yourself. You do everything yourself. You swab your cheek yourself. Yeah. And then we send it to Be the Match, and they test it to see if it matches anyone on the registry, like someone like, Mike or, anybody. And that's it, That's it.
What are some, when you say that, we can go do that. Where? Can you give us, can you point us in the direction?
I'm glad you asked.
Please. Come on now. I do this.
So we have live events, just like he said, like a live concert or something like that. You can also text. You want to give them your code?
So I was about
get that out. Get that out.
So the text DJMicEZSaves. That's DJMicEZSaves to 21474.
No, it's 614.
I'm sorry, 614.
Hit up. Bring that down. Bring the music down just a little bit so he can get that off again.
Okay. So it's text DJMicEZSaves to 61474. And then also you can go. You have the web. We're gonna put the links as well.
Yep. So I'm gonna tell them what happens when they text that to 61474. What happens is you text that, you'll get a text message back, and then you'll click the link that you receive in your text message. Just it's gonna ask you for your phone number, your age, and stuff like that. Then I think it also asks, for a second person if we can't reach you in case you do match someone, and then you'll receive a kit in the mail. You can do it in your house, swab in your house, put it back in the envelope, throw it in the mailbox free of charge. We take care of that. And as simple as that.
Yeah.
Dope. Y'all got me. I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I'm gonna do it. Y'all got me.
I'm gonna hold you to it, bro.
Hold me to it.
All right.
Hold me to it. I got it. I'm grab the information.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the information so I can do what I gotta do.
And Gotti, just in case you match someone, it's similar to like plasma. Have you ever heard about plasma? Similar to that. You go in. Yep. Yeah. And you get hooked up. You got to go through a series of tests first just to make sure that you're healthy.
Yes.
Because we don't want the patient receiving anything you got.
Understandable.
Okay, so then you would go through those series of tests. Everything is free. We pay for everything. And then you will go in. You get hooked up. You have like a needle on one side and the other. Your blood come out, and you actually get your blood back. We're actually just taking the cells from the blood. You receive it back, and then you go on about your day.
Yeah, like I said, just because of my brother when he donated his stem cells, he was in the clinic for like I think it was like 2-3 hours. That took him up to a couple IVs. They got the blood filtered out, put his blood back in him. And yeah, so
and
just
guess what? He had just saved your life.
He
It took
saved
3 hours.
3
to
hours.
Save your
3
life.
hours to save my life.
life.
That's all it took. You know, he didn't have no pain, no issues after that. But yeah, so it's a pretty easy process, not too difficult. Yeah.
When it's all said and done, the overall, and you guys are laying up. It's almost about that time. I don't know if you guys think about this, but I do. When it's almost about that time to go, and you look up and you say, "God, all right, I'm ready. I done did what I need to do." What is that overall last thought gonna be, and the overall that you want to leave on the table for the world? What is that last?
Mine would be, okay, God, I've saved lives. I've made a difference in my community. I've reached some at-risk youth. I've given. I've sowed seeds. I have made a difference, not in just the people who don't know me, but the people who know me. My children, my husband, my family. I've made a difference. I've came to a level where I can bring them up with me. And that's when I can say, all right, of course I want to see my children have children and be successful in life and all of that kind of stuff. I want to know that what I instilled in them made a difference, and that they're, good citizens in the world and the communities, and do the same thing. That's when I can say, okay, job well done.
What about you, bro?
So for me, so what I wanted, what was the question again?
When it's all said and done, and the overall goal is met, what is that last conversation that you want to have, and just say, I'm fulfilled, I'm ready to go, I did what I need to do?
Oh, well, I would just say, thank you, God, for giving me the strength to do everything. But like I say, I would just want to let everybody know, and I know it sounds cliche, that just never give up. You never know. As long as you got breath, keep pushing, never give up. And even if you don't have support, pick yourself up. You're your own support system. You know your talents, your skills, you know yourself better than anybody else do. So that's my thing, is just never to give up. Always go 100% every day you got towards what you want in life. Life is what you make of it. So, and your destiny is what you prepare for. So just get up, get to it. You know what I'm saying? That would be my advice, and what I want to be remembered for, is like, okay, this guy, he never gave up. Even on his last breath, he still was out there doing something, pushing and fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's
what's up.
Yeah.
What's up. Which is 100 years from now.
Right.
You got time.
Yeah. I'll be here.
You'll be here.
Yeah.
Doing major things.
Hit me up.
I got you. Now, we're gonna play a game.
Okay.
This is gonna be a game. This is a personal game of mine that we do have.
I don't have no money now.
No, you ain't gotta get no money. All you gotta do is get your answers. So basically, it's called the 10-name game.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna fire off. Well, since it's 2 of you, I'm gonna do 5 and 5.
Okay.
So, but overall is 10 things or 10 names, and you have to give me your answer in a one-word answer.
Okay.
So if I say, for example, if I say music, you say one-word answer.
DJMicEZSaves.
Well, but you get to understand that again. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, I'm gonna do 5 and 5,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start with
Okay.
ladies first.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
Yep.
Here you go. Youth.
Empowerment.
Black women.
The best.
Amen to that.
Amen.
We need one of those DJ Clue bombs.
Amen again.
Right.
Your parents.
Wonderful.
Your life.
Great.
God.
Amazing.
Hey. Clap it up. 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 Clap it up.
There we go.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Your family.
Motivation.
Sickle cell.
Cure.
right. Cure. I would say sickle cell was
one word.
Inspiration.
Okay, good.
Inspiration because it made me who I am today. So that inspired me to do more, to be more, and never give up. So
That's
inspiration. Yeah.
The culture.
Family. Family. Yeah.
Your wife.
Everything. Everything. Sun, moon, sky, stars, everything.
Hey.
Yeah.
Last one. Ready for it?
Yeah.
Your life.
My life keep going. You know, my journey's never ending. So I'm gonna just keep going.
I'm gonna put that together for one word. Just keep going.
Keep going. Keep going. Yeah.
I got another one. Say
what you got?
Say Gotti.
You ready for it? Turn the music down. Turn the music down. They gotta hear this one. They gotta hear this one. Ready?
Yeah.
For both of y'all. Got it.
Dope.
Go.
That's what I'm talking about. I wish I had a bomb in this. I wish I had a bomb to hit it. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all.
No, thank you.
This was so dope. Y'all inspire me. And I'm not just talking just because I got lips.
Yeah.
Y'all inspire me. I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. You got my word on that.
Cool.
I promise you.
You know
and I'm going to get people involved.
I'm going to send you some t-shirts too, because I got some t-shirts as well. I'm going to send you some t-shirts as well. So I'm going to get your information for you.
I've been losing a little weight, bro.
Okay.
I wear medium, but I'm going into the smalls.
I got some smalls and mediums. I got some mediums.
I ain't seen a small since grammar school. Okay.
I got you. I'm a little slim myself, so I got some smalls for you. I got you.
Send me also send me some links.
Got you.
I'm gonna post them. I'm put them on my page. We're gonna make this.
Take a picture. You can be an ambassador for Be the Match.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Don't give me
Gotti, the ambassador.
Don't give me that type of power. They gonna see me everywhere.
That's right.
That's fine.
But
that's right.
Like I said, I appreciate y'all, what y'all contribute, what you guys are doing, your story.
Thank you.
Like, this is amazing. I was glad that I was able to even meet you guys.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep in tune, and
we family now.
We're gonna stay locked in. We locked in.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We kinfolk.
That's right.
That's what I mean. We're gonna everybody invited to the cookout.
That's right.
Everybody.
That's right. And if any of your listeners has sickle cell or a blood cancer, reach out to me. We can help.
Yeah. Yep.
So, give out all your information and how they can get in touch with you and everything you got going on.
So you can find me at Lamekia Nicole, LAMEKIANICOLE. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of the above. You can send me a message, DM me if it's you, and I'll reach back out to you. I'll have somebody from Be the Match give you a call.
Dope.
And the same thing for me. All social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, SoundCloud, Spotify, everywhere. It's DJMIC_EZ. That's again DJMIC_EZ. Even if you want to get on Xbox Live and PlayStation, you know what I'm saying? Catch that smoke right quick. And
I'm
like
gonna tell my son, he's 17. I bet he gonna give you a run for your money.
Don't let him catch that fade. He gonna catch that fade right quick. And lastly, like I say, don't forget to text DJMicEZSaves to 61474. So that's how you get in contact.
Right.
Yep.
All right. And y'all know how to get in touch with me, man. Official_YUNG Gotti on Instagram, on Facebook, Irvin Woods Jr. Please follow me on that. And my YouTube page. Please subscribe. Also, I'm going to have this on here. Gotti's World Media.
Gotcha.
Please subscribe.
Thank
subscribe.
you
can see all my
much.
interviews. You can see everything I got going on.
You gotta
now y'all know me.
Y'all know
me. Y'all know me.
Yeah, I got you.
Also, the my merch as well. The Young God brand.
Okay.
The Young God brand. If y'all see it,
I like it.
There we go.
Young God. Basically, it describes overall we all are gods.
Right.
I love black people.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it too. I love black people.
Mm-hmm.
I hate niggas.
Right. I feel you.
Yes.
But overall, it's still for everybody.
Yes,
right.
It's still for everybody. Like I said, we all are gods and goddesses.
I need a purple one. Purple's my color.
Say less.
All right.
Say less. I got you.
I got it.
But y'all can find that, you know what I'm saying, on my page as well. And if you want to get it, please just hit me in the DM, Cash App. I take everything, Zia, whatever. We're gonna do it that way. But also the website will be up soon, the Young God website. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
man, I
having
appreciate y'all.
us.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Great
Man,
being here.
this is Enviyon Radio, man. We did one.
Hey.
We
That's
did one.
right.
Right.
All right, we out of here. You're
One.
Appreciate you. How'd y'all feel about it?
Man, that was
Good.
amazing, bro.